Good day once again. This is a math invisible tutorial channel in which what we'll be dealing with here is all about math and complex math, that is advanced math, further math. So this session will be helping you to ease the burden or the fear that is in you regarding mathematics by solving a lot of questions, explain little out of it, but the solution to those questions will be well explained. Sure you get it now. So today we'll be looking at how can you add or subtract sort. So from the previous video I've explained rules regarding sort, and let me just get back to it. These are the rules regarding sort. I won't talk much about it. So let's just go straight to today's work, which is addition and subtraction of sort. So record in the first rule, a root x plus b root x equals to what? Inside that parenthesis, a plus b multiplied by square root of x. The same thing goes to subtraction rule. So this thing we are going to be using this in solving lots of questions. Let me just scan through the questions that are solved here. So we see this is question 1, this is question 2, this is question 3, this is question 4, this is question 5, this is question 6. You see, I solved a lot of questions so that even I did not explain much, going through the questions, watching it carefully, try to solve it on your own, you will find it easier in tackling any surgical question. That is question 7, question 8. That is this is question 9. I think the question I solved, which is the last question. So let me just start from question 1. So what is the expression in question 1 saying? The question 1 says that what? Simplify 3 root 2 minus 5 root 2 plus root 2. You can see we are having 3 expressions here: 3 root 2, 5 root 2, and 2 root 2. So don't be panicked with this. It's even the simplest question here. So you do what? Once they are having constant sort there, which is root 2, factorize it out. Sure you get now. So as being said here, firstly, root 2 is common to all integers. Thus factorize out root 2. So from the first and the second rules of sort, sure you get. So that's what that place is trying to say. So also then we can make the expression by factorizing root 2. So here you can see from here this expression here, 3 root 2 minus 5 root 2 plus root 2. We factorize that root 2, and that is what you are seeing in that implication symbols, that what inside the parentheses 3 minus 5 plus 1, everything multiplied by root 2 via factorizing our root 2. So the next thing is that what you apply Bodmer's rule, and recall that both addition and subtraction are having the same power. The same thing goes to multiplication and division. So it now depends on where to start, and the rule say that you start from where? You start from left. Sure you get now. If you start from adding 5 plus 1 by saying addition is superseding subtraction, you are going to get wrong answer, because from the real Bodmer's law, both addition and subtraction take same power, and multiplication and division too. So it now depends on where to start, and you must always start from where? From left. So that is why you are saying what the expression inside that parenthesis 3 minus 5 plus 1 to be what? Minus 2. That is, you start from left. That is 3 minus 5 is what? It's minus 2. That is why you are saying at the front of the implication sign that what? Minus 2 plus 1. And minus 2 plus 1, you must know is what? It's minus 1. And recall in general mathematics, they don't used to write minus 1 out. So it's what? It's just minus root 2. So that is the solution for that example 1. Sure you get now. That is what solution for that example 1. So as example 2, the same step, factorize out the common sort. So example 2 said that simplify 4 root 3 minus 7 root 3 plus 5 root 3. What are the common roots there? Is what? Is root 3. So you bring out the root 3 that is factorize it out, and you have this expression here. Let me zoom in, can see. So you have, so 4 root 3 minus 7 root 3 plus 5 root 3 can now be expressed as well inside, what is inside that at the front of that implication sign, that's what inside parentheses 4 minus 7 plus 5 all multiplied by root 3. So with this, recall I told you start from left when you are dealing with multiplication, addition and subtraction. The same goes to multiplication and division actually. That is Bodmer's rule. So starting from left, 4 minus 7 will be what? Minus 3. So plus 5. Because if you start from addition by saying superseding the subtraction sign, you have 7 plus 5, which is 12. So 4 minus 12 is what? That is definitely what? 4 minus 12 is minus 8. Shall you get now? So you start from where? You start from left. So that is why we have 4 minus 7 to be minus 3 plus 5, and minus 3 plus 5 is what? Is plus 2. You don't need to write out the plus. So that is why you have 2 root 3. That is the final answer for that word, for that example 2. And now we are going into little bit complex question now. You see here, you are asked to evaluate 3 root 32 minus root 162 plus root 50. Don't be panic. Don't be panic. Here you don't have common surd, but you can simplify for that so you have common surd, which we are trying to tell you that your goals is what? Ensuring that your expression is having a common surd throughout. Shall you get now when you're having this kind of question? Here you need to simplify the above expression till you have what? Constant surd. Shall you get it now? So we are simplifying. You think. Yeah, mathematicians do things. In this way you need to think. So how you not think? You come to your sense. How can I express this complex thing to have a constant surd? And which has been done here. You can see that the expression for root 32 is now what? 16 times 2. I made use of 16. You call anything can give you 32. 4 times 8 can definitely give you 32. Yeah. And the next expression is I think 16 times 2 too. Those are the factors of factors of 32. Sure you get now. But my home goals is what? I'm looking for surd. I want to bring out the surd so that I will be able to simplify the question given to me. So by doing this, I make use of 16 times 2. Actually, if you make use of 4 times 8 too, you will get the same answer. But it will take for that step, and waste of time. So you think of, go straight, you think, what can I use to make life easier for myself and get to the question directly? That depends on your thinking faculty actually. So we have 3 root 16 times 2. So having 3 root 16 times 2, which is definitely give you 32. And the next one is what? 162 can be expressed as 81 times 2, which definitely give you what? 162. And the last one is 50. That is 25 times 2. You can see that there is something constant with them, which is 222. At the back of your mind, you must know that what you are going to derive at is constant of root 2. So now looking at this place, that now we express as the question given us as what? As new expression now to be 3 square root of what? 3 square root of 16 times 2 minus 81 times 2. That is square root of 81 times 2 plus square root of 25 times 2. So you can explain further by splitting what is inside that word, square root. Recall I told you, I explained in the previous video when you are dealing with simple surd expression. So now we now have what? We now have 3 inside parentheses square root of 16 multiplied by square root of 2. You see that we've splitted what is inside the square root of 16 times 2 to now be what? Square root of 16 multiplied by square root of 2. It's the same thing. So minus inside parentheses square root of 81 multiplied by square root of 2 plus inside parentheses square root of 25 multiplied by square root of 2. So definitely we now have inside the parentheses in the next line here 3 inside parentheses 4 root 2, because square root of 16 is 4. That is a perfect square. And square root of 81 is what? is 9. That is why you're having minus 9 root 2 plus square root of 25 is 5. That is why you're having plus 5 root 2. So now 3 times 4 will multiply each other, number times number, recall, and surd will multiply surd 2. So that is why you're having 12 root 2 minus 9 root 2 plus 5 root 2. And we simplify for that. So after this, once you're having constant base, you can constant surd, you can factorize out the constant surd. So, and this expression here will now be what? Factorizing out the constant surd, we have inside parentheses 12 minus 9 plus 5. So 12 minus 9 is what? Starting from the left is what? Is 3. And 3 plus 5 is what? Is 8. That's why you'll be having 8 root 2. Sure you get now. Let me just zoom out so that you can have a better view. You can see. So, and question 4 says evaluate root 20 multiplied by root 5 all raised to power 3. Root 5 what? All raised to power 3. So here is more of modification of a surd format. So, but we explain this when we get to multiplication of surd, we have better understanding of this question 4. So how can you express? We are simplifying. We have to evaluate in which you simplify for you to get the right answer. Are you with me? So the expression for root 20 multiplied by all square root of 5, everything raised to power 3 can be expressed. Recall, root 20 can be expressed as root 4 times 5 multiplied by inside parentheses 5. I told you that surd can be expressed as indices too. So you can be expressed as index form. Here you get now. So the expression of square root of 5 can be expressed as 5 raised to power 1 over 2, everything raised to power 3. So following indices rule, you will see that now here we've splitted square root of 4 times 5 to be what? Square root of 4 multiplied by square root of 5. Recall, I told you any square root of a prime number will definitely be a surd. So once you see that 5 inside out, you must know that 5 is taken out to a surd. Sure you get now. So we now have the expression square root of 4 multiplied by square root of 5 multiplied by inside parentheses 5 raised to power 1 over 2 all raised to power 3. So recall square root of 4 is 2, and you can change that expression square root of 5 to square root of 1 over 2. That is 2 times square root of 5 raised to power 1 over 2 multiplied by, recall from indices, this expression here, that is 5 raised to power 1 over 2 all raised to power 3, when you are multiplying a power that is inside the parentheses with a power that is outside the parentheses, you don't add, you multiply them together. So that is why you are having 3 times 1 over 2, which is the index of the power, will give you what? 3 over 2. So that is why you are having the expression here to be what? 5 raised to power 3 over 2. And once this expression 5 raised to power 1 over 2 multiplied by 5, they are having a constant base, which is 5. Then you can add up their power. That is also from index. That was why I said in my previous video, and I will still repeat it here, that you must go and learn indices if you find it challenging. I've made the video, I've solved a lot of questions there, and if you have questions that you are battling with, just send it to me in YouTube or in my TikTok via comment section. I will do what? Can even upload. I will definitely solve it for you. So having this, you add up their power. So that is why you will see the expression here that we are having 2 times what? 5 raised to power 1 over 2 plus 3 over 2. From basic mathematics, in which premise students can even solve. 1 over 2 plus 3 over 2 will definitely give you 4 over 2, which is actually 2. Sure you get now. So that is why you are seeing the expression for 5 raised to power 1 over 2 plus 3 over 2, which is 5 raised to power 4 over 2. We give you what? 5 raised to power 2, that is 4 over 2. 4 divided by 2 is 2. So 2 multiplied by 5 raised to power 2 is what? Is 25. 5 raised to power 2 is 25. So 2 times 25 would what? Definitely give you 50. So just follow the rules and you will find it easier in tackling any mathematics question. You just getting a scoring 90, scoring 300, scoring, So the last question I will explain is this one for today, for this video. You have to evaluate. It's just like question 3. Square root of 125 plus square root of 605 minus square root of 205. Once you are seeing 5 at the back of this number, the first thing that must come to your mind is what? Is surd of 5. Shey you get now? Surd of 5, because any number ending with digit of 0 or 5 will definitely be divisible by 5. You must know that. So you come to think of square root of 5. So here you need to simplify the above expression till you have constant surd. I've made mention of that statement in example 3. You can see it's just same thing. So let's go back to example 5. So how can you now with that? So I've said that whenever you see 5 at the back of any number or 0, the first thing that must either come to your mind, if it is 5, is if it's 5 at any back of a number, the divisibility should be what? Should be on 5. If it is 0, you think of 2 and 5 actually. But if it is 5, think of 5. Don't stress your brain. Just think of 5. So we can express this question given that we are asked to evaluate as what? Square root of square root of 25 times 5 multiplied plus square root of 121 plus 5, which is going to multiply by 5, is going to give you 605, minus square root of 49 times 5 is definitely going to give you what? 245. Yeah, if I were like you, I will try to what? I will try to confirm and check, is this what this tutor is saying actually correct? You confirm. That is how to learn and how to let your memory grab something. Sure you get it now. So the next thing is what? You split all this expression. So though I did not split, because I believe you should have understand what we have been doing from example 1 to 4. So that is why I did not go to the step of splitting again. So once you have 25 times 5, you must know that 5 is a perfect square root, which is definitely give you what? 25 is a perfect square root, which will definitely give you 5. So that is why you're having at this expression here that what? Square root of 25 times 5 is now of 5 root 5. Sure you get it now. And 121 is 11 times 11. Sure you get now. So that means square root of 121 is what? Is 11. So that is why I am saying that square root of 121 times 5 is what? Plus 11 root 5. So minus square root of 49 times 5, which must know at the back of your mind, is what? Minus 7 root square root of 5. Let me just put it that way. So the next thing, once you're having a constant surd, which is square root of 5, that is 5 root 5 plus 11 root 5 minus 7 root 5, is definitely the next thing is that what you factorize. So, and which we've done here, we factorize this expression here before the implication sign, and we factorize it as the square root of 5 at the front of that implication sign. That's why we're having 5 plus 11 minus 7 all multiplied by square root of 5. The next thing is that what? You follow Bodmer's rule. We call 5 plus, you start from left. So 5 plus 11 is what? Is 16. 16 minus 7 is what? Is 9. That is why we are having for the final answer to be what? 9 root 5. So you don't need to be panicked. Just follow the rules. So let me zoom out now. Let me zoom out. Go back to question 1. See? So example 1. So this is example 2, example 4. I've explained example 5. So this is example 6, the same process. This one, you must go and learn divisibility too. Any number you add up shows that listen now, any number you add up shows that is being divisible by 3. That number is going to be divisible by 3 in a real world too. Like 363, if you add up those digits, 3 plus 6 plus 3 is what? Is 12. 12 divided by 2 is 6. So definitely 3 will definitely goes in 363 without remainder. That is what I'm trying to say. And look at the expression here, 243. 2 plus 4 is 6 plus 3 is 9. So 9 divided by 3 is what? Is 3. So definitely once that 9 divide the addition of that, all those digits inside that number is giving you, is dividing it completely, definitely 3 is going to go in that number without remainder. That's what I'm trying to say. So you know how to check. That is another thing to save your time. So that is the expression for question 6. You can see question 7 is wire question 2024. It's not that far. And then this one is 1998. That is question 8. That is question 8. This is question 9. You see that this one is form of decimal, but you think you don't need to, what you have been solving here is his own number. Why are you now? It's just, I've expressed it here in case you encounter question like that too. Either in your WAEC, either in jump, jump. I told you, jump work with sense. They don't give you gigantic work. They give you work that will be technical and expect you to apply your brain within blink of an eye. You get the answer. So this is question 9. Solution. Let me zoom out a little bit. So in the next class, we'll go to multiplication and division of sort. So just check through, check through, check through, check through, check through, check through, check through. Thanks as you watch. Subscribe, subscribe, comment. If you have anything in order to improve this video, you can give us piece of advice anywhere inside, whether in TikTok or YouTube channel. Later I'll go to Facebook to just do what? Just message me, chat me up, where we can develop ourselves. And if you have any question to do the same thing, feel free. I'm there for you. I'm doing this to help people that find it difficult to find it challenging in tackling mathematics and even advanced mathematics. See you in the next class. God bless. Thank you.